Hi there, Julio. I'm Alexis Joy from Alexis Joy VIP Access. I am so excited to be chatting with you today, and thank you so much again for all of your time.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Now, I just have to take a moment to acknowledge that not only are we both fellow New Yorkers, but we're both fellow Long Islanders. So I do have to say
Really?
that we're representing Long Island, New York in this interview. I'm so
I
excited.
really like that. I really like that. Where from Long Island are you from?
I'm from Long Beach.
Oh, wow. That's
Well,
nice. That's
we
dope.
got like the 516 club going on over
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah.
I
I
love
like
that.
that.
Now, TLC's 90 Day Fiancé the other way. Can you tell us what it was like for you being a part of the show and having it document such an important part of your life?
I'll tell you what, I think it was a very distinct experience. Um, I was always private with my personal life. Like I never posted anything about my family, none of that stuff. So it was interesting the first time that I'm actually going to speak about, my family, my loved ones and everything. It's going to be on TV. So, having a camera crew everywhere, meeting my family and just recording, every interaction. I thought that was a very that was it was special in a way. And it was a thrilling experience.
Amazing. Well, we love having the opportunity to get to step inside your life and learn more about you through this show and all of the episodes. Now, of course, a big part of the show is getting to see your relationship with Kirsten on our TV screens. Now, how do you know when a person's the one for you? How did you know?
Well, I'll tell you what, when I first met Kirsten, it was a different it was different in a way because it was during the pandemic. So, we spoke for 3 months before I was actually able to see her in person. And then when we were in person, we had to be quarantined together. So I think that the fact that we spent a week in a hotel room, you really get to know someone like that. I feel like it skips over the whole like, oh, we're going on a date, we'll do this. It's like, okay, we're in a room, we're having dinner here, we're talking, we're getting to know each other. It's almost like you're forced to like get to know someone. And for me, it was adventurous. We were just having whole bunch of like, different conversations and stuff. And I thought that we had many, many things in common. I think that, we bonded over the fact that we can't escape one another almost in a way.
Wow.
Yeah. And, once I spent that week, I was like, wow, I was like, I really, really love her. I was like, I can really, really see myself being with this person.
That's so amazing. Quarantine can definitely be a make it or break it when it comes to a relationship. So it's nice to know and learn how you knew she was the one. Now, as we see in the show, a big part of your story is the whole idea of moving to the Netherlands. Now, what is the biggest difference for you between life in New York and the time that you visited in the Netherlands?
I would say, you know, I call New York like the concrete jungle. It's like they say where, you make it in New York, you can make it anywhere pretty
Right.
much. I think the Netherlands, it's completely different. I think everyone creates their own, I guess, reality. They create their own world, and it's okay. Where, for example, like the way of living there, commute, for example, you don't really need a car to get anywhere here, especially us here in Long Island. If you don't have a car, you really can't get anywhere.
Exactly.
So I think like that right off the bat, I was like, wow, this is completely different. The way of living where, you pretty much here you work to survive. Over there you work to live, you get to enjoy yourself. For us, taking a train could lead us in New York City. In the Netherlands, you take a train, you could be in Paris, you could be in Italy. It's a whole new different, reality there.
I love that. Well, it's so great to be able to see that and also experience the different cultures through you and through your story in the show. And I totally agree with the whole New York having a car. It's a must for sure, especially on Long Island. Now, one of the many things that we all love seeing in the show is how much of a very close and sweet relationship you have with your mom. Now, having a strong woman figure figure like that in your life. What did that teach you about love?
It taught me a lot, believe it or not. I mean, I can admit it, and I say it over and over again. My mom raised me, I'm a mama's boy. So I definitely saw how, a woman really wants to be treated, being raised by just a woman. And through life, we had our hardships, growing Dominican Republic, coming here, and I saw the difference between having, I guess, different father figures in my life, where it would be like older friends or people that would just be very close to me, an uncle. And I saw the difference between how my mom treated me and how, having that father figure role, kind of affected me in a way. And it actually carries over to my relationship where, I see how I need to pretty much take care of a woman. The way that my mom, I guess, treated me, it's almost like, she wants to be treated in a way like that by, someone, who, she wants to be with. So I kind of carry that over to my personal life as well.
I love that. That is so beautiful.
Thank
Now,
you.
obviously, love and especially being in a long distance relationship has a lot of trials and tribulations. So, what's your number one piece of advice when it comes to love?
Well, I'll tell you what, I think that trust is number one. I always say it. I think that, when it comes to a relationship, I would say communication is up there and then it's trust, because for example, with me and Kirsten, we have our different time zones. So, her day starts 6 hours before I get up. So we only have a certain amount of time during the day to actually talk. And then, by the time I'm out of work, she's already going to bed. So I think communication is big, and just letting that other person know that, you are someone that they can trust. You are someone that, that matters to them. It doesn't, I think love has no boundaries pretty much. I think you can, for the right person, you move mountains. Like, I know that there's been times where we would FaceTime. I would wake up at 3 a.m. just to, wish her good luck on, going to work or whatever. So I think having the right person can make you do a lot more than you think you can do.
That's so true. You have to be open. You have to take that chance when it comes to love, for sure. Now, I also want to talk about your work as a DJ, which we get a little bit of a glimpse of that in the show. Now, can you tell us what inspired you to DJ and immerse yourself into the world of music?
To be honest with you, this is what I say, right? I can't dance and I can't sing, but I love music. So there's only one thing that I can do, and that's to be a DJ. I love the way that, when I'm DJing, it, that feeling that people get where it's almost like their escape. I think that when, people have tough week, they kind of lose themselves through music. So when they go out, whether it's with friends, to a bar, to a restaurant, to a club, I think music just gives them that ultimate experience for them to be like, I don't know, they feel full almost by the end of the week, after having such a tough week. Or for a lot of people, it's an escape, like if you go to a festival, some of these people just lose themselves and they just let their body take over. And, that feeling, that music, just, me as a DJ being up there, I can really just feel them through the music.
Excellent. And it's so true. Music just changes our world.
Thank
Now,
you.
you've gone to numerous countries and have done everything from bull riding to whitewater rafting. What is your dream place to visit? And what is something you'd like to do there to mark off on your bucket list?
Okay. This is, that's a very, very tough question. But the first thing that came to mind, is ostrich racing
Ooh.
in Kenya.
Okay, I'm gonna invite myself to this because that sounds absolutely epic, Julio.
Yeah, I mean, I'm such an adrenaline junkie. I feel like, I tell people that so I'm a big fan of country music, and there's this song by what's his name, Tim McGraw, called Live Like You Were Dying.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And that's almost like my motto to live every day. It's like, do something different, make sure that, when you wake up the next day and you go to bed, that, you change something, or you pretty much experience something new, so you can be happy about, the way that you're living your life. I think that a lot of people, they live their life very differently in a way, but it doesn't mean that we all can't learn something throughout our day-to-day life. And, with traveling for me and learning the new cultures and experiences, that's what I look for the most. I always say that, wherever I travel to, I want to indulge into that culture and do what they're known for. That's where I got the idea for ostrich racing. I was like, that's different.
That's amazing. That is definitely different. We love keeping updated with you on Instagram and your social media. So when you do get to ostrich race and do all of that fun stuff, we heard it first on Alexis Joy VIP Access that Julio is going to be doing that. So I love that. Now,
Thanks.
Julio, we're going to take on a very quick speed round. Are you ready for it?
Oof, okay.
Okay. So the first question is, what is your favorite place to hang around Long Island?
Oof. I would say out east.
Very nice. And what is your favorite snack or meal from the Netherlands?
There's this thing called like stroopwafels, where they're like caramel and they're waffles. It's like a waffle crepe almost in a way,
Yeah.
with caramel inside. They're called stroopwafels. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just officially got hungry hearing your answer.
I think I pronounced it right, but yeah.
Awesome. Now, what is your go-to song to add to your DJ mix?
It depends. It depends what's hot. I mean, today's song is different tomorrow, so
True.
it's whatever's hot, whatever's the song of the week, pretty much.
Perfect. Perfect. Love that. Now, what's one thing aside from family and friends, of course, that you would miss most about New York?
Oof. I would say the food. Of course, it's the food. Come on. I mean, we live in a place, it's like the food mecca of the world pretty much here.
I have to ask you, what's your favorite New York food? Because I know for me, when I moved out to Los Angeles from New York, I was like missing the good old pizza and bagels. So what's your favorite?
I was just gonna say the bagels. I mean, the water here is different. Come on, it's nothing like that pizza dough or like that bagel.
I love that. Yeah, a lot of people are like, is that really true? Is the water
Oh, it
different?
is.
I'm like, you
Yeah,
better believe it.
is.
It's true.
It definitely is.
I love it. Now, lastly, for the speed round, since we know that you're a world traveler and you really enjoy immersing yourself into all of these different cultures, when you go on a plane, do you prefer a window or an aisle seat?
Window all the way. Window all the way. Yep. I
Awesome.
definitely, I definitely like to just, tilt my head and just knock out.
Very good. You have the whole sleeping strategy down pat
Oh,
for
for
sure.
sure. Yeah. If I'm in the middle or in the aisle, it's either someone's shoulder or I'm like leaning forward. So we don't want that.
Yeah. Love that. Well, you did a fantastic job on the speed round. I'm giving you a virtual high five right now
Thank you.
for
High
that.
five.
And lastly, Julio, if you could bring out a message to all of your fans who are watching you and joining you on this wonderful journey of love, what message would that be?
Oof. I would say, well, one thing is thank you for the support. Thank you for the viewers that have been watching me, and the fans that are starting to grow with me. But when it comes to love, I would always say this, right? I'm like, this world is such a big place, and I think when you put yourself out there, you really experience and see more about yourself. Where for me, I always said it, my soulmate is not, within a 10-mile radius from me. This world has, I think it's 8 billion people now. Who's to say that your soulmate lives 10 minutes away or 20 minutes away from you? Get out there, go be you, go experience, and who knows, your person might come to you. You might be sitting at a coffee shop. You might be walking down, down baggage claim. Your soulmate is out there. Just put yourself in situations where they'll come to you.
Honestly, Julio, mic drop on that message because that was brilliant. It's so true. Love is a powerful thing, and we all just really have to give it a chance and take that jump and leap. But thank you so very much for chatting with me today. I had
Of
an
course.
absolute blast.
Thank you. Thank you, Alexis. I really appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Julio. And we're so excited to continue to see your journey in TLC's 90 Day Fiance the other way. Thanks again.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good one.